Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashibu Kakodash, and double honor to the elders of GMS and to all the sincere brethren that are laboring the truth across the world, and also with all the sincere brethren and sisters that listen to the truth. I pray this may be another edifying lesson to the flock, and with that I'll begin the lesson. But before I begin the lesson, I will address this like the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists. And the name of the Son is Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which means the Redeemer, or those Savior, or the Deliverer. And He's only coming to redeem his people, which is the Israelite. In this day and age, the Israelites goes by Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the main, like the bulk of them live on the North America, South America, Caribbean, and also scattered throughout all the world, and look like the other nations and practice their customs. And with that, I'll begin the lesson. For today, the title of the lesson is "Who's going to deliver me in those days?" That'll be the title of the lesson for today. And that title is specifically because all those atrocities that's going around the world right now, especially in our community, as we can see, Esau for the past. I'm not gonna say for the past few weeks. It's been like this forever now. But starting this week, this year, since Donald Trump get in office, his main target his main priority is getting rid of Jakes completely. And he doesn't care if you were like a born here, if you're a citizen, because right now they're using the premise of you're an illegal migrant, which we know that Esau doesn't give a damn whether you're legal or illegal. He wants to get rid of all Israelite. Meanwhile, we got other nations that's coming to the Babylon the Great on a regular basis, illegally and legally. And Esau does not give a damn about that. But his main concern is get rid of Jakes at all costs. And right now, in the early stage, we see like Esau is saying, I was watching the news at the plantation today, and the vice president, Vance, I don't know his last name. I can't remember his last name. He was like saying like he was having an interview. The interview, he said like he does not give a damn. He does not, if he doesn't have, if he somebody that live, basically what you're trying to say, if somebody live next to him that does not look like him, that person has to go. And he does not care if they were like criminal or not. We can't confirm that. We just have to get rid of them. And he said like, if I don't want that person to live around me, why would I let it live around fellow Americans? But we know deep down when he say fellow Americans, he's talking about fellow Edomite pretty much. So that's why I say like that's why I call the lesson, woe is me. I mean, who's going to deliver me those days? Because that's what Ezra was saying. Because when Ezra was seeing those visions, and he was literally in the visions pretty much. Like the best, sometimes when you have a dream and the dream is so terrifying, especially like I used to have a dream like when I'm flying, you see like all of a sudden like your body is flying like flying so high or going down so fast, and you like wake up mid sleep and you're like, whew, I'm back in reality. So what Ezra was saying, when you wake up from those kind of dreams, first thing that happened, your body you are so sweaty because you're losing so much fluid, because you're sweating a lot, you're losing water pretty much. So you get dehydrated from dreams like that. So basically normally you have to drink some water. So that's what I used to have. But Ezra was literally feeling it, that just like I'm sitting down in front of the camera. So Ezra was literally walking. He probably can smell and feel everything. Esau been putting a VCR for the past few years. Like if you put the VCR on, you can see yourself inside moving, stuff like that. You kind of like a digital world. So Ezra was actually living it to the point that he was sick when he came out from that situation. So, and he was so terrified. He was saying, woe is me, who's going to deliver me in those days? Because he know he was going to be back in those days. I know for the Christians and every person that does not believe in reincarnations, Ezra himself was saying, who is me, who's going to deliver me in those days? Was he saying that because he from that time he was living till now, he was going to be like a 3,000, 5,000 year old man living down saying, oh man, who's going to deliver me those days? Because he knew he was going to come back as one of the prophets. Now, who is in this day and age? We can tell. We don't know. we'll find out in the kingdom pretty much. So the first verse I'm gonna read is 2nd Ezra 16 verse 17. 2nd Ezra 16 verse 17. And 2nd Ezra 16 verse 17 say, "Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me those days?" That was pretty much Ezra, like I was saying earlier, man. When he was seeing those things, man, like all that tragedy, most likely nuclear bombs dropping, nations arresting nations. What else? Basically, he was witnessing the entire Jacob trouble folding in front of him. Like you see people, like people on a level. You see like people versus people. Most likely probably witness people taking the MOTB. You see all the atrocities like pestilence, famine, and on top of that, he most likely saw the biggest of them all is the what's it called, what is it again? The ICBM pretty much missiles. He saw it coming, and the Mossad probably put him in a situation like when the missiles coming, and as soon as he about to hit him, he was in the Mossad woke him up from that dream pretty much, or from that vision, man. And he probably was like shivering, saying, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, who's gonna protect me those days?" Cause having dreams terrifying, man. There's some terrifying dreams that you have, man. You even scared to go back to sleep. And he said like at the beginning of when you read 18, said the beginning of sorrows and great mornings. So basically, it was like the beginning of like a basically sorrow, like distress, pretty much, man. Great mourning, which means people was like in despair, pretty much, pain, sorrow. The beginning of famine and great death. Basically, there was like a great famine, whether it was like a man-made famine, like food prices jacking up because of the people lack of people working, because the migrants are getting deported, and they scared to go to back in the plantation. So so basically, what's gonna happen after that is gonna cause food prices to go high pretty much, and then we're gonna have those restraining. So basically, when they say, hey, if you don't you can't go to that cities if you don't get the MOTB, and that's gonna create like some sort of famine to the point that people gonna invade one another and underlive one another. Like people gonna go to the store, grab as many as they can, and there's somebody who didn't have anything. So what do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna wait outside for somebody to get out and collect that person, take that person's stuff. So those are the way we're coming in right now. And great death, basically that's like great death from all sorts of stuff. Whether it's like people getting executed, people getting killing one another, or you get like a martial law, unaliving people. All of the above, pretty much, man. The beginning of war is basically wars from big nations like fighting one another, which was prophesied that would happen, and the power shall stand in fear. So basically, the power of the people, basically the people that's in charge, like your rulers, your governors, your senators, your mayors. For those people will be in fear, because at this point, like the people will reach a point. They'll be like, look, man, we don't give a damn anymore, man. All you guys doing is oppressing us. So we're tired of that. So similar to when you're watching the islands, when you're watching the island of Haiti, Jamaican, like the people's always fighting the government. Like they will drag the person that's in charge, like whether it's the president, prime minister, and they just unalive them. And when I say unalive, not any easy way, like using machetes cutting to pieces. So those people are gonna be in fear now, because they were like, oh shoot, I can't protect myself. You got those people that's protecting them, they're gonna try to protect their family. So that's gonna create mass chaos pretty much, man. At the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? So basically we're saying like it's the beginning of evil, the beginning of wickedness, man. So what is he gonna do when those days comes? So the next one I'm gonna read is 2nd Ezra 15 verse 5, which poem pretty much talk about the same thing also. The 2nd Ezra 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So basically the Most High says he's gonna bring plagues upon the world. What kind of plagues? All sort of plagues. Like where I'm living right now, there's a park I normally go to. They say we can go to that park right now because it's been restricted now because they say there's like a so-called bird flu. And I'm like, and I purposely told one of my coworkers, I'm like, bird flu? What do you mean bird flu? What do we mean we can't go to the park? He's like, hey man, you have to be careful, man. Birds catch disease. I'm like, do you actually believe that? He's like, yeah, man, you have to be careful, man. all those things that's going around. You can't take things too serious, stuff like that. And that guy I'm talking about, he's my coworker, also my boss, I should say, man. And that guy is as simple as he gets. And he's a nice guy, but he believes everything Esau says. And he's like, I'm 29, so he's like 51. So he's like probably like 15, 16 years older than me. And he's basically whatever Esau says, he sincerely believes in. And guys like this, man, ain't gonna last long. So stuff. So when you say, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world," the sword was the sword. The sword could be anything. Or Esau is gonna pretty much using anything, man. And one of the current sword like Esau is using to destroy our people is pretty much like the food. Esau has a weapon as a food. Anything that you use to unalive somebody is a sword, pretty much. In our community, like where I live in so-called. Well, I live in the good part of my hood. Where I live, like when I was growing up, like a block away used to be it's like a gang territory, man. Like a shooting every weekend, people unalive, arresting, drug raid. Like I live, so now it's a peaceful side, man. So when I used to go to school, my college was like an Edomite town. They was like, "What, you from there? I heard people getting killed on a regular basis." I'm like, what? I'm chilling every day, man. Well, I can't say I'm chilling. The most I could shield me from even the danger, pretty much. So basically, my neighborhood, man. Well, so for where I'm living right now, if I get out, I go a couple blocks away. There's like on those. If I go left, there's like all sort of junk food, from Chinese food, from for 7-Eleven, from you got like a Honeydew, you got D'Angelo's. You got a couple of liquors. So like each area you get like a Crown Chicken. You get like each area have like a various junks, and each junks have like a liquor store next to them too. And if it's that liquor store where it's weed shops everywhere. On top of that, you get like our people is not our people basically. Let me see, what is it again? Behold, the world was sword, the famine, because all people basically it's gonna be like a famine. Like I say, it could be like a man-made famine. When it comes to that man-made famine, because it doesn't take our community long for it to get for it to have famine. Because like the town I live right now, every Friday, next to the Boys and Girls Club and the church, there's like a food pantry. And who do you see in the food pantry every day, every weekend? You see like a long line of Jake. For mainly Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, pretty much, because Northern Kingdoms outnumber Southern Kingdom. So those people came from Guatemala, Panama, and Chile, and you get the Southern Kingdom, which is all three tribes, pretty much: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, but mainly Northern Kingdom. And they there long line, and you see like a sprinkle of Edomites over there. That's all. That's all people. You got one church over there. You got one church over the other. It's like all the side, pretty much, man. So when that famine come in, guess what? Those food pantries ain't gonna have no food. What do you think those people are gonna do, man? They're gonna be basically like a fight for themselves. Like they most likely one of them gonna have to. Not one of them. It's gonna be so extreme. Like they're gonna unalive each other. Like the scripture say, cannibalism would happen. So basically, if there's no food, they're gonna start eating each other, pretty much. What the heck? Where did that noise come from? And he said death and destruction. There's gonna be many deaths. People gonna die from starvation. People gonna die from taking each other's life. There's gonna be people that's gonna be on the run because the government gonna put them on concentration camps, and they're gonna get unalive. So people will get the most are gonna judge people in various ways, pretty much. Various ways, pretty much, yeah. And destruction, like there's gonna be like destruction everywhere you go, pretty much. And second, and the same one I'm gonna scroll down to 49, which talk about the same thing again. It say, "I will send plagues upon thee." And basically, the Most High gonna send plagues, like basically plague will be like any pestilence, like you get like right now, bird flu, C19, mpox, and tuberculosis. I heard like yesterday. I heard like I can't remember exactly what town. There's like a case of tuberculosis going on. So all sort of things like ESO, whatever ESO's building in his lab, he's gonna release all of them. And famine, like I said, famine around you everywhere. Could be man-made, all legit. Like ESO's gonna cut food supplies, like probably blow up to supermarket, or like you say, it's burning down farms, stuff like that, poison the waters and food supply. That's gonna cause nothing but famine, because it's gonna make people rely on him. Like, so the one where you can get whatever he wants you to get if you get the MOTB, and the food that most likely gonna get you is gonna be food that's being plant-based food, which means genetically modified, which is nothing but death. So either way, he's killing you. That's another weapon again he's using. And it's a sword. Basically, the sword, like I said, could be anything. Could be from food. Could be from the thing you take on your arms, pretty much. Like that little thing you poke you in your arm. It could be that. Could be an actual sword. Like could be the guns, the bomb, whatever devices he has. Like nowadays, he has like an AI which could use drones, who strike you down. That's another sword. Matter of fact, this sword is so terrifying. And on top of that, he got the super soldiers that's gonna use it also. That's why the Most High has to send Michael the Archangel to come down here to help us out. Because if not, all of us will most likely gonna be unalive. And pestilence, like I said earlier, like a pestilence could be any of the disease that he's working on. And the next one I'm reading is Ezekiel 28 verse 23. Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28. 23. Ezekiel 28. Yep, Ezekiel 28. Basically talk about the same thing. So the Ezekiel 28 verse 23 say, "For I will send into her pestilence and blood into her streets, and the wound shall be judged in the midst of her by the sword upon her on every side, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai." So basically what this verse talking about, basically the Most High is saying like he's gonna send like a pestilence and blood into her street. So basically he's gonna send plagues like against the street. When he says street, talking about like Babylon the Great, and the wounds shall be judged in the midst of her. Basically, in the midst of her by the sword upon her and every side. Basically, the city is gonna get attacked in all sides, pretty much, from all angles. And they shall know that I'm the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai, and they're gonna know exactly like who the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shemi Ashai is, pretty much. So basically, the Most High gonna attack that great city, which is Babylon the Great, on all sides. It's all sides, pretty much, using all sort of stuff like pestilence and anything that you can think of is gonna happen, pretty much. Roman. So basically, the next one I'm gonna read is pretty much Romans 12 verse 19 to 20. So it says like dear beloved, avenge not. So if you read 18 said, if it be possible, as much as I lie in you, live peaceably with all men. So basically the Most High said, if it's possible, live at peace with all men. That includes your enemy, pretty much. Try to be at peace, especially like if you're driving or your coworker. Like most likely the person that's above you is an Edomite. You know, is a piece of shit 99% of the time. Not 99%, 100% of the time. He's a piece of shit. Even with the so-called nice, they always have the drop like a subtle hint to pretend like then they, whenever they drop something to you, they know it's gonna offend you. They give you that fake laugh to make it seem like it's a joke. But at the end of the day, they're all piece of shit anyway. So even then, sometimes what you do, instead of getting angry, it happens with me. I'm plantation all the time anyway. When you get those guys with suit and ties coming to you, they say those little jokes. Even they're females too, because the females do that a lot too. Because the male, when they see me, they're naturally terrified. They just keep their mouth shut and go straight to the office. if they are in an elevator with me, they just kept quiet. But the female, they always drop a little subtle hand, like a little joke there, say something offensive, but they smile and they expect you to laugh with them. And normally I give them like a straight face or a fake. Sometimes I try to give a fake smile, even though I don't care. So even though like in deep down you get pissed off, you get angry, you're like, I can backhand you right now. There's nothing you can do about it. And but you have to calm down, be peaceful. You have to take a breather and be like, just let it slide. Because today's not the day. Because there will be a day, like Esau will know exactly what time it is. But right now it's not the moment. You have to be peaceful and calmful. Or like when you a couple you over, man, instead of acting cocky and arrogant, hey, you effing it, I'm above you in spirit, blah blah. Just be calm. Whatever he asks you to do, just do it. Even though you know you're right, if he tell you to do something, he has authority over you, so just obey him. So that's what that verse 18 said. So verse 19 said, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. So basically, the Most High said, whatever situation you are, basically don't take revenge on anything. So let revenge, leave the revenge for him. Pretty much, that's the best way I can explain it. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will pay, said the Lord Yahweh. So the Most High said the vengeance is only for him. He's the only one that's going to take revenge for us, pretty much. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will pay, said the Lord Yahweh. So basically, the Most High said, vengeance, as it is written, the vengeance is for the Heavenly Father himself. He's the only one that's going to take revenge for us. Like right now, as much as we think we're angry, our anger is nothing compared to the anger of the Heavenly Father. So therefore, he's the only one that can redeem us from whatever situation we are in, pretty much. And he said, therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. So the Most High said, if your enemy is hungry, you gotta feed him. If he thirsts, give him drink. So if your enemy is thirsty, you have to give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. So when by doing that, you most likely will make him feel guilty. You know, you have somebody that's your enemy, and you see him swimming, and he can't swim, so he slip. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna let his ass drown. So don't do that, man. So if you in that situation, what you have to do, you have to go there, give him a hand. That'll make him feel guilty, man. So that's what that scripture was saying, pretty much. And let me see what else. And the next one I'm gonna read is gonna be Deuteronomy 32 verse 35. Deuteronomy 32 verse 35. Deuteronomy 32 verse 35. 32, 35. And it says, Deuteronomy 32, Deuteronomy 32 verse 35 said, to me belong vengeance and recompense, their foot shall slide in due time. So basically the Heavenly Father said vengeance only belong to him, pretty much, and he will pay it. He will pay anyone that harm us in a way in due time, pretty much. The most I like to things to, you know, when you go to when you watch like a trial, so basically you don't put the person on, you don't basically put the, I forgot what the word for that. I forgot the word. I can't remember. Basically the trial, you don't end the trial in the first round. You let the case, basically you have to let the case build. So basically, if I'm trying to break it down on the fight, you know, the fight, championship fight, like I like watching MMA. So MMA fight, the championship fight have 5 rounds. So you don't go on the first round try to knock your opponent out. You have to figure out the opponent, build out the game plan, keep jabbing. So keep building up, make that opponent feel comfortable. Eventually, you knock that opponent out. So you don't try to win the fight in the first round. You have to. Hello. Oh, give me 1 second. 1 second, I'll be done. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you have to let it be built and finish it like a. I get distracted. What was I saying again? Yeah, so you have to let the case build up, and eventually you set. I forgot. Damn, what was the word again? Though I forgot. Then you solve the case, as you said. So that's what the Most High is doing, pretty much. And he said, what else? For the day of the calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. So basically, the Most High said the day of disaster will arise. So that's why you have to, because that's pretty much the and the thing that shall come upon them make haste. So basically, and the destiny will overtake them pretty much. And when you scroll down to 39, it says, "See now that I, even I am He, and there is no power with me." So the Most High say, he's him and basically he's the only one that can pretty much do anything. There's no power with him. There's no God with him. It's only him pretty much. And I kill and I make alive. The Most High, you kill and you make alive, and I heal. Neither there is any that can deliver out of my hand. So basically, the Most High is the one that killed. The Most High is the only one that make alive. He's the only one that healed. Is the only one that can wound somebody. And he said, "There's nobody that can deliver you out of the Most High hand." So that's what I'm saying. In those days, like the beginning of the title said, "Woe is me, woe is me. Who's gonna deliver me those days?" Only the Most High that's gonna be delivering us in those days. So therefore, whatever situation we're going on, if we are part of the elect, the Most High is gonna shield us from imminent danger. So I pray this was another edifying lesson to the flocks, and I pray that the Most High imbue each and every one of us in hopeful elect with the spirit of fear, wisdom, and understanding, and the spirit of meekness. And I pray that the Most High remove the spirit of pride and arrogance out of each and every one of us. And I pray that the Most High continue to use us as His vessels. Let His will be done unto us. And I pray that the Most High does not cast each and every one of us away from His presence and take not His Holy Spirit away from us, man. And also the Most High strengthen our faith and imbue us with the spirit of integrity. With that, I'd like to say, Shalom.